My peoples, if you're looking for one scripture that will debunk Revelation 21 verses 12, it'll be this scripture right here. Hebrews 11 verses 1 through 4 and verse 16. The first three brothers are not Hebrew Israelites. They did not live in the dispensation of the Israelite. And verse 16 of Hebrews 11 tells us that God is not ashamed to be called these brothers God, and he has prepared a place for them, a city. What city is this? The New Jerusalem that John saw. These brothers, the Hebrew Israelites, does not have a clue what they're talking about.
All the praises and the honor goes to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha Ha Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you, brethren. Shalom to you, few sisters, and shalom to the hopefully elect. Peace to you. I want to touch on this video. This guy here, he used to be in, I think he used to follow being a Hebrew Israelite. I can't remember his name, but he had a debate with Sakari, and it's kind of crazy because guys like this, all these guys, instead of diving into their doctrine, okay, and believing what they believe, they will pick and pull any scripture they can that has something so-called to do with another nation to try to debunk us. And then we come every time and show them the truth. Each and every time. If a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant, you know. But this is what they do. They don't care. They're not into their doctrine. They're not into what they believe. They only into trying to discredit the Hebrew Israelites. That's what these guys do. But anyway, we're going to dive into Hebrews 11. Let's go to Hebrews 11. I don't know what he's talking about, but I figure I'll go in it. He said go to Hebrews 11, 1 through 4. I mean, come on, man. But we'll read it. I'm not going to read all of it. This is going into the faith, right? This is even titled, Faith is Being Sure. But I'm going to just go to 4. The faith of Abel, Enoch, and Noah, right? It says, by faith, Abel offered unto God, it says here, God, a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. So this is all basically dealing with Abel, right? Offering excellent sacrifice more than Cain, right? By which he obtained witness that he was righteous. God testified of his gifts, not their gifts. And by it being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because God has translated him. For before his translation he had the testimony, and he pleased God. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. By faith Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet. So this is all going into faith. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Before the Israelites was named Israelite, it was Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, but you had the sons of God, right? So you would have had Abraham. Well, let's go on. By faith Noah, warned of God of things not seen yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to save in the house in which he condemned the world, and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. We know the stories of Noah, prophesying many years, and he had faith unto the end. This is why the scripture says Noah was perfect in his generations, because when you go into perfect, it actually means to complete, to finish. Let's jump on down to 8. By faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into the place which he should, after receive the inheritance, he obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. But by faith he sojourned in the land of the promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles of Isaac and Jacob, with the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs of the same promise. I'm going to jump down to 11. Through faith also Sarah herself, receive strength to conceive a seed, well, we see that it doesn't mention Hagar. So we understand that Abraham, who had, through Sarah, had Isaac, right? And was delivered of the child when she was at priest age, because she judged him faithfully who had promised. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as did, so many as the stars of the sky in a multitude, and as the sand which is in the seashore, innumerable, right? Innumerable, okay? So, let's go on down. These all died in faith. I don't get what this guy is saying, but he said, I'm going to just jump to 16. But it says, the stars and in the sky for a multitude. Let's go to Genesis 32. Let's break down this multitude. Genesis 32 and 11. I'm going to just get to the point. Genesis 32, I believe it's 11. It says, deliver me, I pray thee, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest him will come and smite me, right? And the mother of my children. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for a multitude, right? Let's go to Hosea. Let's see what Hosea 1 and 10 says. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. We just heard this, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And you would say for a multitude. And it shall come to pass that in the place there was said unto them, ye are not my people. There shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Which we see this in, Paul was quoting in Romans the 9th chapter, the 24th verse. So let's jump on down to 16, what he quoted. But now they desire a better country. That, like, I have no idea why this Jake only considers Israelites living in one particular location. Okay, you had sojourners. You had Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, the father of Caleb, who claimed to be Kenizzite, but he was from the tribe of Judah. Okay, so anyway, but now they desire a better country, that is heavenly, wherefore the power is not ashamed to be called their God. Who's their God? He just quoted Abraham, the seed of Sarah, which is Isaac, Jacob, right? We don't see Ishmael in there, right? We see Noah, okay? Jacob, that's who their God is. Okay? And it says to be called their God, for have prepared for them a city. So this is what he quoted. I mean, he cut himself. When you go to Revelation 21, I believe he quoted 12, the New Jerusalem, 11. It says, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto the stone most precious, even like jasper stone, clear and crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written therein, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So this is what we're seeing in the book of Hebrews. But you know what these jackers do? They'll jack up scriptures and try to make it seem like it's talking about everybody. But clearly in this scripture, it would say it was everybody. Okay? But it's not. But even in some cases, even if it did, it's still talking about the children of Israel. So let's go on down to the 17th verse. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. You see what this is going into? And it says, and that had received the promises, offering up his only begotten son. So why didn't Yahushua walk with a bunch of heathens? Right? Why did he send his son as of the tribe of Judah, that sprang out of the tribe of Judah, as the book of Hebrews says. Why is Paul talking about Romans, the 9th chapter, who has the promises in the giving of the law? Why is all these things being said? Right? Of whom it was said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Wait a minute. What happened to everybody else? And then when you go on down, it talks about the faith of Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. It also goes down to talk about the faith in Moses. Come on, man. You know? It also goes down to various other scriptures. So, even goes to Rahab, right? The heathen harlot, right? Because she wanted her family saved. So you're going to have people, even in other nations, read Jeremiah, Isaiah 45 and 14, Jeremiah 30 and 16. They will bow down themselves to the children of Israel, and they will believe in the Lord, man. They will follow under the tutelage or the leaders, the kings of the earth, which would be the Israelites. So let's go to Hebrews 8. Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Why don't we see everybody else in here? Now, the house of Judah is scattered in the Middle East, right? The West, and Russia, China. So the house of Israel is scattered. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts. I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. Come on, man. Which proves right now we're not in the new covenant, because if we were, we'd be able to keep the laws. He wrote them in our hearts and our minds. We'll be able to keep them. And when you go down to the last verse, or the 11th verse, it says, and that they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. So all shall know me from the least to the greatest. Again, we're talking about starting with the Israelites. Remember, Yahweh, the Father, he created all nations for himself. All of them there to play a part, but he had a chosen one. So they make it seem like we're saying, oh, they're going to come in the kingdom and they're just going to, now they're not even going to come, they're just going to die. And the children of Israel are just going to rule forever. Yeah, but that's not how it's going to work. Number one, the Lord required that which is past, even with us, even with his own son. That's why he had to take what he got, right, as being hung. So this man, Edom, that's done what he done, guess what? He's got to come, serve 1,000 years or better, whatever, and he's got to pay the price. He's got to pay the price. And then the other nations, as Isaiah 14 says, they shall rule over their oppressors, and the oppressors will serve the children of Israel. It's that simple. But, I did this video mainly because you got guys like this who is making it up as they go along. They'll find any scripture. They don't have any real skills on understanding, the scriptures, or as the Christians say, eschatology or whatever. These guys just ain't got it, man. That's all I have on that. Shalom.